All right. While you're watching this live, if you are, it's not there yet, but I'm going to put the link to the video that somebody told me to watch. Okay, I'm going to put the link, right? And so you guys can watch it for yourselves. Okay, I went ahead and I got a comment, a typical, it always happens, a typical comment. Saying, "Oh, DStyle, you're biased. Why don't you address this incident?" Now keep in mind, if DStyle were to cover every fucking incident, right? This country has a fucking mass shooting every day, practically. Right? I'm not gonna cover all of them. Right? Let's just make that very clear. Okay, let's just make that very clear. All right. When I talk about incidents, I also talk about the reaction that people are having. All right. But I just saw one of the most disgusting videos I've ever seen. All right. So this person sends me this, and let me read you the comment, okay? And this person sends me this video, and I'll explain why it's a disgusting video. And this is from Green Lives Matter, okay? And he put, DStyle, we know you're biased and racist. Why you never call out black racist shootings like this one, right? So first of all, I don't know how many times I've said that I'm against people killing other people, regardless of what the race, creed, and religion, ethnicity, whatever it is. I'm against all killing of innocent people. Okay, I don't know how much more clear that can be. And I've always been in the mindset that we should, and the key word is should, treat every killer the same way, but we don't. Okay, our society does not do that. That is my point, right? And I'm going to show you why right now. Ironically, you send the wrong guy the video, okay? Right? So check this out. He sends me that video. He sends me the link. Okay, I'm gonna click on the link. All right. Now, one thing I always watch. I don't just listen to the content. I listen. I look at who's listening. All right, and I look at, obviously, look. Even in my video, there's comments there I don't agree with. All right. I don't censor people. I didn't censor this guy. Okay. I don't agree with the comments that say all white people, should die. Like, I don't agree with that. That's wrong. DStyle does not approve of that. Okay. And I'm making that very clear. I don't know how much more clear I could be. I do not, like, the point of my video is that not all white people are responsible for a white mass shooter. Okay. Just like when another minority does something, we shouldn't blame the entire group. That's the whole point of my message. A lot of you guys are missing the point, though. Right? You're missing the point. But anyway, I'm sent this video. First thing I notice, and it never fails. All right, and it's a little tactic in that a lot of news media uses. Okay. And if you want someone that's going to bash Hispanics, you put a Hispanic. You want someone to bash feminists, you put a woman. You want somebody to bash blacks, you put a black. Okay, it's a tactic, right? Now this woman, she's doing a great job marketing herself, okay, but she's an African American woman, okay, and I just notice a couple things right off the bat. Before I even start the video, I look at the comment section. I mean, I'm reading comments about white genocide and just the white liberals, they're the enemy. They don't understand what blacks and Hispanics will do when they take over, like, and just shit like that. Okay, that's the first thing that sticks out to me. And a lot of it is praise to. Oh, God bless you for spreading the truth. That's another thing that stands out. Okay, so she's doing a brilliant job, and she has herself a nice little following. All right, and then she does a video. Right? And the video is about, now, first of all, keep in mind, I have yet to, actually investigate this and look at the details of this. Okay? That's number one. She tries to put a parallel between the both situations, right? So the parallel is Mr. Ruth, right, that went into a black church, sat there, okay, was welcome to the church, by the way, and sat there with them while they prayed and then ended up shooting them. And he ended up murdering many of them, right? I forgot what the number was, so forgive me. All right, but he shot up. Was it around 10? A little less, a little more, right? And I feel bad, right? But I'm just saying I forgot the number. But nonetheless, we know the story. Now, it doesn't end there, right? If that's what happened and everybody was outraged and everybody condemned it, then, of course that would be terrible, but that's not what happened. A lot like what she leaves out conveniently and what people like Mr. Green Lives Matter leave out, okay, is the reaction. Number one, the amount of people, okay, that started to gather up money for this guy to get a defense team, okay, was scary high. All right, that's number one. Now, is that every white person of life? No, it's a small percentage of them, but it's still scary. That's number one. After he did that, that's scary. That's crazy. He left a manifesto, and not only that, he blatantly said, okay, he had no remorse even when he was convicted, even when he was in court. He made it very clear. This was a guy who was a apartheid like sympathizer. Okay, he touted the Southern heritage and the Southern flag and all this shit, right? All right, that was clear. But you have people on Fox News saying, "Oh no, this was an atheist attacking Christians." Okay, they were just denying the fact that it was race related. They went out of their way. Okay, people on the right went out of their way to deny that this guy was a white supremacist. So that's number one, right? It should be an easy condemn. So then she says, well, okay. Now, does she say all that? Of course she doesn't, right? Of course she doesn't go through that. In fact, she just breezes through it like it was no big deal. It's kind of astonishing, like the way she says it, like it was no big deal. And then she brings up that there was a black guy that shot a white woman right from behind, okay? And again, I haven't looked into the story, but let's say it's true. Let's say it's true. And then he walked into a white church, right? And from her own story, didn't kill anybody, but attempted to kill people, right? And according to her, because he hated white people. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but let's assume that's true, right? Do I approve of that? Absolutely not, okay? I don't know how much clearer I need to be. I don't care killing innocent blank. It doesn't matter what it is right, okay? So I'm just making that very clear. But here's where the video gets disgusting. Forget the fact that she doesn't bring up a lot of the facts that I just gave you of the aftermath of that Ruth killing, okay? Of that massacre he did in the black church. Let's leave that aside. Now, you won't hear a lot about the burning of black churches. You don't hear about that in the media, even though there was a rise of that, okay, around 2015. You didn't hear about that, okay? So the Ruth shooting was on top of that, okay? There wasn't an epidemic of white churches getting burned down. That was not happening. I'm just making that really clear, right? But anyway, let's put that aside, all right? She went on to pander, okay? It was unbelievable. It was just simply unbelievable. First, she said, oh, no. Ruth, first of all, this guy literally assassinated far more people. That's number one. This was a mass. For it to be a mass shooting, you have to kill more than one person, okay? Just that's existed. Killing multiple people is a mass shooting by definition, and it was before this whole thing happened. Now, that's number one. But semantics, right? Let's put that aside. It's about intent. I get it. All right. She praises Ruth in the video. Oh, Ruth was a Southern boy, she said, and she starts bragging about how how white men are just far better shooters than black men, right? I mean, I'm listening to this video, And I'm just like, I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck, right? She starts praising him. Oh, he was a Southern boy, right? A white man. And we all know, she says, white men from the South are real good shooters. Okay, so it's the same. It's the same thing because the black guy, he's not good with a gun. That's why he couldn't kill as many people, right? Ruth, he killed a lot of people because he's so great with a gun. He's a white man. He could kill people so good with a gun. Okay, and again, and you could listen to the video. I'm gonna put the link right in the description after I post this. Right after I'm done live, come back 5 minutes later. I'm gonna post a link. She starts going on about how white men are such good shooters, and she never met a black man in her life that could shoot so good. Like, you know, this is insane, right? This is crazy. Do you know? Does she know how many black dudes are in the military? Does she have any idea? Right? Are you shitting me? Okay, are you shitting me? This is stupid. All right. Anyway, of course, her little followers that like this dude that put, of course they eat that shit up. Oh, they eat that shit up. Okay. She found a way to praise this dude. I mean, I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. Right. But her point supposedly is that it's equal. What happened is equal because, you know, obviously she filled in the blanks to this other story, which I actually look forward to looking into, by the way. All right. But I'm assuming she's telling the truth. I'm assuming she's telling the true story here. Okay. And it's, oh no. The intent was 100% the same. It's the exact same scenario. It's just that, you know, the white guy is just better at shooting than the black man, right? Even in that, like, she found a way to put the same parallel to make it seem like everybody being biased and not talking about this one situation, and, you know, praise the superior white man because how great they are with a gun, right? Like she did it all like in one, like, swoop, all right? and if anybody with common sense is going to catch that, right? Like, it's just, that's easy to catch. It's easy. Like, she's telling people what they want to hear. Okay, that's what she's doing, right? So let's recap. You see, it's really simple. Do I approve of any of these two guys shooting innocent people and killing them? No. Okay? I think both of them are despicable individuals for killing innocent people. Okay, you see how easy that is? That's not very difficult, right? What I'm not going to do is call it the same because one was an actual mass shooting, all right? Oh, another thing, she tried to make it into a Second Amendment issue too. Like, oh yeah, oh, the other guy, he had the gun, and that's the only reason because you know, white people, you know, they got Second Amendment rights. You know, he had the gun, he was able to protect himself with a gun. She tried to make it a pro-gun. Okay, like pro Second Amendment. Okay, she just went all out. Okay, this is fucking insane, right? But of course, she said, I just haven't met a black dude that's good with a gun. That's all. Well, you know, looking at the type of people you talk to, I don't know. I kind of see who you're trying to appeal to, right? But to each their own, right? But here's the thing, right? No, there's no comparison here, bro. There's just, you're missing the entire point altogether. You're missing the point. I could guarantee you that black dude, okay, they didn't have a GoFundMe, wouldn't allow it anyway, but there wouldn't be this massive influx of like millions of dollars for him to have a defense team. Okay, like that's not happening. Like there is a clear point that is being missed here. Okay, and just seeing. It's honestly one of the most disgusting videos I've ever seen. You know, I know, like, oh, why didn't you report that? She didn't report shit. Okay, she tried to downplay what happened with the Ruth situation. Okay, and with this story, and at the same time had some political motivation behind it. Okay, that's what it is. And she tried to appeal to a certain audience. It's obvious what she's doing. Okay, like, I don't know what people don't see. right? But I'll post a video, okay, and you guys can watch it, right? It's really simple, right? Like, why don't you talk about? Why don't you talk about it? Like, oh, talk about it. Like, what are you talking about, man? Right? Like, why don't you talk about what's going on in Chicago? Like people just like they care about what, like, like, shut the fuck up. All right. A lot of the crime in Chicago, does that need to get fixed? Of course. Okay. Chicago is a topic of discussion. It's irrelevant to the mass shooting, though. It's completely irrelevant. Right? I'm not saying it's not a problem, but it's irrelevant to the topic at hand. All right? It's irrelevant to the topic at hand. We don't get to just say everything else doesn't matter because Chicago. Like, what? They just say Chicago. All right? I mean, it's insane. Like, you're missing the point. I know I had to. There was something else I wanted to say, but like, people bring this shit up. Like, why don't you talk about this? Like, I could talk about anything. I'm not scared to bring up any points, right? And I'm not scared to bring up any points. What's racist about saying everybody should be judged the same? What's racist about that? There's nothing. That's the opposite of racism, right? I mean, it's fucking nuts. It's nuts. Like, these people live in an alternative reality. It's fucking insane. So a video where some lady downplays the Ruth situation and what he did, tries to put a parallel with another shooting, okay, that has some similarities, but it's nowhere near the same. All right, and that's believing her version of the story, and then she still finds a way to praise the guy. Okay, she finds a way to throw little things in there that listeners like that guy like to hear. Right, that's what it is. What the fuck's the matter with people? Honestly, like they think they got me. Oh, you didn't talk about this shooting. There was a time in America where a lot of this bullshit, okay, was talked about around KKK circles and neo-Nazis and shit. But it's starting to become a little normalized. Okay, a lot of the talking points that people are using, and it's getting out there, man. Like, some people are just out there. It's fucking insane. All right, it's just fucking crazy. No, but DStyle, well, why don't you talk about this? And why don't you talk about that? Like, look, I know that crime happens every day. Okay? I understand that. But a lot of people are focused so much on the effects, okay, that come out of our society, right? And the crimes that come out of that. A lot of people are focused on that. But no one wants to attack the root of the problem. Right? I'm all for fixing something, but we have to attack the root of the problem. Right? That's what we need to do. I believe there's a lot of things we can do to fix problems and make things better for everybody. But that's not going to happen with the way things are set up right now. It's not. It's not going to happen. So these are things I've talked about in the past, okay? But one of the things that we need to address in this country, and the fallout of this is immense. It affects beyond this country, but one of the things we need to, at the very least, look at is the war on drugs. Like, we have to look at that, all right? And who it targets. Like, we have to look at that. We just do. All right. There is a link between the type of people we've been locking up and for the reasons that they've been getting locked up since the dawn of the since the rising away or since the war on drugs was implemented, I should say. Okay, and you can clearly see that. And I'm not saying it's the only thing. Like, people think, oh, it's the only thing. Like, no. I'm not saying it's the only thing. I'm not saying there's not other contributing factors. I'm not saying that. Okay? So that's a video for another day. All right? But I want to post this so people listening can click on that link. Right? In fact, let me do this. Let me do this really quick. Right? Why don't you talk about that? Like, shut up. Like, some people out there, man, like, they think I'm afraid to address shit. You know, when you're consistent and you don't got nothing to hide, you don't sweat it, man. Like, I don't sweat. All right, a lot of this shit. Okay, let me get this here really quick. Hold on. I want to post the link here on the chat for those watching live right now, and then I'll get out of here, and then I'll post it on the description box, okay, for those that want to watch it on archive. All right, there we go. This is the video that I refuse to talk about. Okay, this is the video that I just completely refuse to address and all this bullshit. Okay, let me post it in the chat real quick. Hold on. Is this shit gonna load? I got like G5 internet. Like, oh, it's so fast, they say it when I call Spectrum. It's so fast. Like, yeah, okay. So that's the video. Is he gonna let me post it or something? My own chat won't let me post the video. What the fuck's going on? Anyway, I don't know what's going on with that. So what I'm gonna do here is post it in the description now. You guys can come back and click on it. All right? It won't let me put it in the chat, so it really is what it is. Anyway, this is DStyleBoxing, and I'm out. Come back, click on the description. The video's there.